Nicodemus here. On today's episode, I wanted to finish a conversation about special relationships.
Yeah, it's a distinction in the Course of Miracles that I've never really heard it described or explained anywhere else quite like it, and the depth that the Course goes into it. And, if you know Helen and Bill's story a little bit, it makes a lot of sense. They were on the Department at Columbia, and they had a love and a hate for each other. The department it had a lot of turmoil, and Ken Wapnick, when he met them, at first, he said in the book Absence from Felicity, he said, "At first meeting, it was like meeting 2 holy people," and as he got to know them, he's like, their relationships were very complicated, and so throughout the course, this distinction of special relationship comes in, and it's just brilliant, the way Jesus broke it down for Helen, and really using Bill and their relationship as really a perfect example and illustration of all of this. And ultimately, the special relationship, it's any relationship. It talks about the special love relationship, even an intimate relationship, where we're really using the relationship and the idea of the relationship as a way to fill us up, like a gap that we feel is within us. And it's almost like you complete me, that whole, Hollywood. And you look at all the music that we learned and listened to and all the I hidden or not hidden, ideas of love. And what the Course says that's so profound is that the special relationship is really about us trying to get love that we feel like we don't have. And if you look at most relationships in the world and the way the relationships go, people love and hate so close together. I've worked with a lot of people over the years, a lot of couples, and how close they love and hate together, it seems normal in the world. That seems like that we all learn that. We watch our parents and like fighting's normal in a relationship. And actually what he says in the Course is it's not at all. And the ones who really seek out to be loving seem to be the unnatural ones. So I'll talk a little bit about this, and I want to read some stuff from the Course. This comes from chapter 16, section 5, the choice for completion. There's a great section, both of these, the one before it as well, on the special relationship. Section 4, which is the illusion, the reality of love, are great classic sections in the Course about special relationships that I've given the students to read over the years. And this says, in the choice for completion, it says, in looking at the special relationship, it's necessary first to realize that it involves a great amount of pain. Anxiety, despair, guilt, and attack all enter into it, broken into by periods in which they seem to be gone. All these must be understood for what they are. Whatever form they take, they're always an attack on the self to make the other guilty. So in the special relationship, what Jesus is talking about is that what we do is we create conflict in the relationship. And when I say create, it wouldn't really be called creating in the Course. We make conflict in the relationship. And as we make the conflict in the relationship, we then separate from the other person. So now attack seems justified. It seems normal. That's just the way of the world. And this is why forgiveness is so powerful, because what happens is through the special love relationship is we seek to get something from the other person, to get something from the world, to get something so I can be ultimately complete and filled up. And what Jesus says is, well, when we take that and we switch it into a holy relationship, what we end up doing is using the relationship as a means for healing, as a means for awakening to the truth of God through loving and learning to love deeply through all the old wounds and the emotional traumas, all that stuff. This relationship becomes a mechanism now to actually choose the Holy Spirit in our mind and express that in the relationship. So now the special relationship becomes a holy relationship. And ultimately, you can do this with all your relationships. So take a look at them and look at, where do I try to get something from the other person? Where am I seeking out love or seeking out wholeness or completion, any of that? And then when we do that, turn your mind away from the relationship to God, to the Holy Spirit. So then use the relationship to awaken you to the truth of your being. And that's when not only does the relationship become holy, but everything becomes holy.